Hey guys, Mars here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so with the returning players campaign that always happens during the anniversary, there's always players that return during the anniversary anyway, but I know there are a lot of people out there who are probably coming back to the game who have either not played it at all or really only played it here and there. Don't follow all the news, don't follow everything that's going on JP or anything like that. You just kind of come back for the big celebrations, or you come back because you see a unit that you think is really cool. And so I wanted to go over a load of stuff here that has come out in the last year or so since the 8th anniversary. I think some of the stuff might have been just before, but basically some stuff that has come to the game in the last year or so that has greatly improved the overall quality of the game, or just some new abilities and all sorts of things like that. So shout out to all of the returning players. I hope you guys enjoyed the 9th anniversary and are as hyped about it as the rest of us are. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the video and do subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Really want to hit that goal by the end of the anniversary. That would be awesome. So if you do like the content and you're new around here, then yeah, subscribe, because we got tons of anniversary content coming up. So none of these are in any particular order, but we're just going to go through a few things here. Now, one of these was the big power level update. Now, if you haven't played the game for a while, you might have missed the original implementation of the power level, which is where you now have in the top left corner of the screen where your rank and everything is, you have the option to view your account profile, and in that profile it will show your power level. And your power level is based on a bunch of different things from your accounts. You can see here the power level was updated to raise everyone's scores a little bit, but for every hidden potential node you have unlocked, that's every single one across every character. So if you have rainbow characters, obviously this is going to be in the hundreds, you get 1 point. For every link level 10, you get 1,000 points. It has to be 10. So if you have a character that's at like full link level 9s, they're not giving you any points towards your power level. But once you get it to 10, it's 1,000 points per level 10 link. So this is where most of the power comes from. So most of it comes from link leveling. Stages cleared. Every stage you've cleared in the game is 50 points. So if you've done every stage in the game, this will be a relatively high number. I think mine's at like 3,900 or something. And then awakened characters is 150. So every character you have awakened, this will include all the units free to play or any extra copies or anything like that you have. Those will increase your power level. Now, the recent update that gave these slightly higher numbers introduced a whole load of perks. We're not going to go down the entire list in full detail, but basically what these do is as you get to certain power level tiers, I guess you would say, you get a bunch of bonuses. So you can see here, if you have 500,000 power level, you get extra Zenny, 100%. So just everything you do in the game, you get double Zenny. Training item support training item and support item drop rates go up. Hidden potential orbs when you do those stages. Story characters when you're farming. Awakening medals. Treasure items like gems and stuff. Barbershop items cost less. Zenny shop items cost less. Stamina recovers slightly faster, and the boost time recovers slightly faster as well. And then you get 1 extra attempt on the punching bag event, the God of Destruction event, and all red zones, which is a big one, because some of these more difficult events in the game only being able to be done 5 times a day. Once you get to 500,000 power level, you can do them 6 times a day. So especially when new ones come out that are quite difficult, this is very, very helpful. And then as you can see, we just go up as we go through the different tiers. So more Zen, I think these are the same. Hidden potential drop rate goes up a bit. Character drop rate goes up a bit. The stamina boost and boost recovery times go up, which is really good. A couple of extra missions get added to the extra attempt, including the daily training with Roshi. So that is a mission that you can do every day to get a bunch of XP and higher link level XP, and has missions to be completed up to like 1,000 times. So once they added this, the fact that you could then do it twice per day was really good. The Whis event, this was before that was made permanent, so that doesn't matter. And then the hidden potential orbs event. So remember, every day, Monday to Friday, there's the stage you can run to get some extra orbs. Once you get to this level, you can run that stage twice. And then 1.5, all the numbers go up a little bit. They add on, actually, did the BPAM one? No, they're the same. And then when you get to 2 million, I think these are the same as well, but just all of the bonuses go up by a little bit. And I think currently 3 million, yeah, is the highest. And this has stamina recovery minus 60 seconds. So you get stamina back a whole minute faster than you would before, and then the boost recovery time 1,200 seconds. The best thing about this, for the most part, I mean, the stamina and everything's great. The awakening medals drop rate. There is a chance, so it's a 25% if you're at 3 million power level, lower for the lower stages, of course. But the way this works for things like Dokkan events, for example, if you run a Dokkan event stage that would give you 7 medals to awaken a character, and you get this 25% chance proc, you get an extra 7 medals. It's as if you've done an extra run. And if you're using one of your boosts, and you get this power level drop, you get double again, so you end up getting 4 runs worth of medals. You get 28 medals from one run if you've used a boost and get this awakening medal drop rate thing. So that is really, really good. So the power level update is a huge update to the game that actually gives you a reward for having grinded up your account, having link leveled characters and stuff like that. So I asked a bunch of people before I made this video to tell me the things that they thought were the coolest updates that we could feature some of in this video, and that was specifically one of the things that somebody said, right, is these power level bonuses essentially make them feel rewarded for actually having grinded up their account to the level that it's at. So these are very, very useful. So now we're going to jump over and look at some units and abilities. The 8th anniversary LRs themselves, of course, introduced a new ability into the game. I think actually technically the Golden Week, because it came out early on Global, introduced the standby ability, right, because World Tournament Goku had it. But the standby ability, which essentially, if you've played the game since active skills were introduced in the 4th anniversary, it's where you swipe up on one of your characters to do a special ability, which will either be an attack or a transformation or something like that. But then they added the ability to swipe down with the standby ability, which will then do different things based on the different characters. So the 2 headliners for the 8th anniversary, one of them, the standby, changes them into the base Goku and Vegeta, where the unit cannot attack, but has very, very good defense, and basically just kind of sits there and tanks. And as you pick up orbs, you charge up a gauge for them to charge up the Spirit Bomb. And then once you've picked up a certain number of orbs, you're then able to launch the Spirit Bomb with them and do a ton of damage. And the other 8th anniversary character was the GT duo, the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and base Goku, and their standby transformed you into the Super Saiyan Vegeta, surrounded with the other Z fighters while Goku's charging a Spirit Bomb. He can attack and functions like a normal unit, but he also has quite low defense, but when he dies, he then revives, and Goku throws the Spirit Bomb, does a bunch of damage, and you come back to life with full health. The revival mechanic being an ability that was added during the 6th anniversary. So standby abilities, there's a whole bunch of different ones in the game. Some of them transform characters into other forms completely, and as I say, some of them you can't attack and you build up a gauge. Some of them you can attack, like Sword of Hope Trunks. He doesn't have a revive or anything like that, but he becomes a more powerful version of himself, and then he charges up a gauge that then allows you to do the final like Sword of Hope Slash. So standby abilities are a interesting way of getting extra little animations and extra abilities onto units in the game, and these were added in the 8th anniversary. So if you're aware of any of these already, let me know which one is your favourite, but standby abilities are definitely very cool. So then we have the new ability that's coming with the 9th anniversary. So we're jumping straight from the 8th anniversary units to the 9th anniversary units. They talked about Gogeta's abilities on that Dokkan Now video that we saw recently. And of course, if you followed the anniversary when it happened on JP, or you've heard people talking about it, you will know about this ability that both Blue Gogeta and then Beast Gohan have in part 2. And that is the target skill ability. So they showed the animation a bit in that video where Gogeta does his active skill, and then you see on the screen Gogeta come up and a red target appear over him. And what this does is it makes every single attack on the rotation targeted onto Gogeta, regardless of where those attacks actually are on the turn. So you can put him still in any slot you want. It doesn't matter where the attacks are. All of the attacks will go towards Gogeta. And as you can see here, we have the description for his active skill, which does damage as well. Character intercepts and evades all enemies' attacks for 1 turn. So every attack on the turn is focused onto Gogeta, but he also has guaranteed dodge. So on that turn, it's essentially like a Ghost Usher, right? Unless you're in an event that disables dodge, and then of course you wouldn't be able to use this, but it's essentially a Ghost Usher. You can't take damage on that turn, which is very, very good. And then obviously Beast Gohan has a similar thing on his active skill. Key 24, defense 158, intercepts all enemies' attacks and performs a crit for 1 turn. So you can see he doesn't have guaranteed dodge, so he has to take all of those attacks. But Beast Gohan has insanely high defense, guard, and of course gets a massive multiplicative defense buff from using the active skill. So he doesn't dodge the attacks, he just tanks them. And then of course Cell Max came out recently, and they kind of gave him a slightly different thing for him as well, where he gets 999% defense and intercepts all enemies' attacks. So he gets no other special abilities to intercept those attacks like dodging or guarding, but when you use that turn, I've seen screenshots of him with like 13 million defense and stuff like that, right? So like there are just no attacks in the game that can actually do damage to him. So the target ability, very, very good. This is the kind of thing like when Orange Piccolo came out in the game and people were saying you can throw him on teams and use his giant ability to essentially protect the whole team because it cancels out an enemy super. This is what the target ability essentially is, right? The superheroes team, you can get to a point where if you can use this these active skills back to back, you get 2 turns in a row where you essentially can't take any damage. So the target skills are very, very effective and very powerful. Next up, we have a quality of life update to summoning. Dokkan, of course, for a long time has been one of the few big gachas out there in the market that did not have a pity system, which for those of you not aware, if you don't play any other gacha games or anything, a pity system in a gacha game is a way to guarantee that you get the new unit after a certain number of summons. And Dokkan finally decided to implement a pity system. However, it is only on the yellow coin banners. So you've got Ginyu here that came out recently for Global. Cell Max was the one that came out most recently for JP. And the way this works is every time you do a multi-summon on the banner, instead of getting 10 yellow coins like we used to, or, you know, green coins on Carnival banners, red coins on Dokkan Fest banners, instead of getting 10 yellow coins, you now get 10 silver pity coins. And this is an outdated image from the shop because the wiki hasn't been updated, but you can see here the unit, the brand new unit, 1 copy only, is put in the shop for 200 coins. So what that means is with 10 coins every multi, you have to do 20 multis, which would be 1,000 stones. However, they did also implement the ability, as we have on these other banners with all the different kinds of coins, if you pull SSRs in your multi-summon that you already have rainbowed, you can trade those in for extra pity coins, 3 coins per character, just like the other ones. So usually if you get quite bad luck and don't pull the unit before obviously getting to the pity system, rather than the 1,000 stones to get 200 coins, when this Int Goku came out on Global, I think it took me just under 700 stones, and then all of the extra SSRs that I pulled traded in, and then that got me up to the 200 coins. Which means, you know, if you're getting, especially if you're getting like, you know, God Goku animations on your summons where you're getting multis full of SSRs and you don't need any of them, it means you're guaranteed a copy of these new yellow coin LRs somewhere around 700 up to 1,000 if you get really unlucky, I guess, summons. Because remember, every multi is guaranteed SSR. So unless you have a newer account where you don't have a lot of these general pool units rainbowed, a lot of the time, if you're not pulling one of the new featured units or LRs or anything like that, your guaranteed SSR at the end of the multi is going to be a unit that gets you another 3 coins. And the interesting thing about this, of course, is Cell Max, as I said, is the most recent yellow coin LR to release on JP, and he's busted. He's like one of the best units in the game. And essentially, because of this new coin and this new banner format, you're guaranteed to get a copy of him as long as you do a certain amount of summons. They did also make the banner every 3 multis is guaranteed featured up until multi number 21. Which basically by that point you've then got to the pity system, you've got to the amount of pity coins already anyway. So yeah, you can literally do, if you're lucky, every 3rd multi, multi 3, multi 6, multi 9, it's going to be a guaranteed featured, could be the new LR. Now guaranteed featured, obviously it could be a terrible featured unit, but at least there is that higher chance. I got very, very lucky when AGL Ultima Gohan came out during Golden Week, and I pulled in the first like 400 stones or something. I think I pulled like 3 copies of him. So this new banner update is really good, but it is only for yellow coin LRs. If they ever add this in to like actual Dokkan Fest banners or something, that value would be absolutely insane. But I guess we will have to wait and see. But the pity coins is another update that you might have missed. That is definitely very good for these yellow coin LRs. So Then we have the Super Easy A, which is a step beyond the Easy A that we already have. A couple of people mentioned this, including the homie Goresh, shout out to him, as one of the best things added within the last year. So Super Extreme Z Awakening. Now currently, they have said only Dokkan Fest exclusives or LRs will get Super Extreme Z Awakenings. And the only thing that changes so far is their passive. So their leader skill and their super attack effect remains the same. Now for this Goku, who was the first Super Easy A, you can see both versions of the game actually got him at the same time, 21st of March 2024. His leader skill obviously not really usable in the current meta anymore, and his super attack effect was just immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. So no defense raising or anything like that on super. So instead what they did, as you can see if we click on the previous one, they turned his passive from one single line into a novel. And so this guy gets a lot of defense when attacking because they can put that in his passive since he doesn't have it in his super attack effect. And we have now currently at the time of recording had 4 Super Easy A's in total. This AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Physical Kid Buu and Physical Goku Black. And all of them are good. Some are obviously better than others. I think Kid Buu is probably the best one, and then I would say Goku Black is probably number 2. But they are all very good. So taking these old units that obviously got their Easy A's a long time ago and then became unusable again, aged out again, and then giving the Super Easy A, giving them a chance to come back. And these have been themed to the celebration rather than going in the order of units that when they got their original Easy A's, they've been Super Easy A in characters that fit the theme of the celebration. Like Kid Buu was for Golden Week, the Goku Black was for the Rosé celebration on JP and then came to Global as well. So Super Easy A's are very, very good. We have no idea now because they've done them this way what the order will be, but every time a new big celebration comes out, then of course we get to speculate about who the Super Easy A could be. Because for example, the Tanabata celebration is going on JP at the moment, so a character from the Tournament of Power could get a Super Easy A since the Tanabata main unit is UI Goku. So Super Easy A is another thing added to the game. It basically adds a separate stage you have to select on the Extreme Z battle. It's only one set difficulty and you just have to beat that same stage multiple times. It has missions, so if you do the missions, I always make guides for these, you can do the stage 5 times, and if you've cleared all the missions along those 5 attempts, that gives you all the medals you need. Super Easy A the character, and because they don't update the super attack level or anything like that, you don't need to do any extra training or use any extra Kais or anything, and then you just get them Super Extreme Z Awakened and you can start using them in battle. And we can't see an image of it here, but they also add a cool like outline effect. So Goku is AGL, so when you look at his card in his box, he has sort of like a pulsing like blue lightning sort of barrier around his like card thumbnail, which is very cool. So obviously Gotenks is green, Kid Buu's and Goku Black's are orange. We have yet to get a STR or INT Super Easy A, so who knows, maybe we'll see one of those next. And then the final one that I wanted to talk about was the Link skill orbs. Now some of you might not be aware of the Link keys, but they've been in the game for quite a while as well. It depends how long you've been gone from the game, I suppose. They added in a thing a while ago that you could buy, and on the odd occasion they've given out some for free, where you can use these keys to go into an event where you fight the Elder Kais. It's all very easy, like it's just a typical sort of growth stage. But at the end of the stage, every single character on the team, all of their links guarantee go up by 1 level. Now sometimes that can be awkward because if you're link leveling characters and you want to get them to full level 10, you can end up with a character that has links at like 6, 7, 8, 1 randomly at 9, 1 might still be at 3. So when you use the keys, they all go up by 1. And then of course, once the character starts getting links that are already at level 10, it can feel like a waste to then use the keys to kind of get those last couple of links to go up. So one of the things that they have added into the game is link skill orbs. So we have small, medium and large. Now the small and medium can be farmed from a weekly event, and large can be purchased from packs that are available every month. And on the odd occasion they've given some of them out as mission rewards and stuff as well. When the update was first added into the game, they also gave out a whole bunch to everybody at that time, but obviously if you weren't playing then you wouldn't have gotten those. And these allow you to, the small orbs let you increase links from 1 to 4, medium from 5 to 7 and large from 8 to 9. And you can see here the number that you need. So you need in total 3 of the large ones if you want to go from 8 to 10. You need 6 of the medium ones to go from 5 to 8. And then you need, 10 of the small ones. So it'd be 10, 6 and 3 to get a unit, or to get a single link from 1 to 10. So it's not super resource happy if you want to go, like if you're trying to get a unit from all level 1s to all level 10s. But the reason why these are really useful is if you pull a new unit and you want to start link leveling them, you can throw them on your link level team, go and do a few stages, maybe use your boosts, do the Roshi training stage, start leveling up some of their links naturally. And then what I normally do is I get all of my characters to being, if I'm trying to link level them quickly, if I want to do videos, I'm getting all of their links up to say like 5 to 8. And then I use these orbs to even out their links. So say if I have a character that their links are spread across being 5, 6, 7 and 8, I will put up all of their links to 8, and then I can go and do 2 runs with the keys, and then all of their links go up to 10. Because you do need to be careful about saving the larger ones, because unless you buy those, like I say, they are very rare and very difficult to get. But I guess ideally you want to be doing the last couple of link levels with the keys. One thing that is really good as well is if you pull a new character that has big bad bosses. Big bad bosses is always a link that you want to get to level 10 straight away, so you could always just use these orbs and get a unit to link level 10. I think I used a friend unit when I did a 55% showcase once of a unit that had just come out, and someone had awakened their character and put them up as their friend, and then they'd use skill orbs to get big bad bosses straight to level 10, but every other link was level 1 because big bad bosses at level 10 obviously makes a huge difference for those characters. So link skill orbs are definitely a great update to the game that they've been adding recently. The large ones, like I say, are kind of paywall locked, although they've given out the odd few here and there. But even the lower levels, getting these links up a little bit extra and then using those daily missions with the higher link rates and stuff to maybe get those last couple to pop off to 10 is very, very useful. So those are a bunch of different things added over the last year or so to Dokkan Battle. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you are a returning player, which of these seems the most interesting to you? If you're not a returning player, let me know which one of these is your favorite, or if there's one you think I missed out and should have talked about, do let me know down below in the comments as well. So that's going to be it for the video. The anniversary officially starts tomorrow. We'll be live doing all of the events and all that kind of stuff. Broly movie watch party in the Discord tonight. If you're watching this video as soon as it goes up, the watch party starts in about 2 hours time. The link to join the Discord is of course in the description. So hopefully we'll see you guys there, watch the Broly movie, and then tomorrow morning we will be kicking off the 9th anniversary officially. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.